Hey up guys, hey up. Um, Hope you're having a good day today. Well, today I'll be making some cornmeal porridge. And guys, I will show you how to do it. I mean, majority of West Indian people would know how to make it, but I'm showing you how I do mine. And guys who do not know how to make cornmeal porridge, I will show you. Because maybe majority of these people that live in this country maybe don't know about it, and so we have this thing. They can get it from the most supermarkets sell it, and West Indian shops sell it, and it's called cornmeal, and it make lovely porridge, and most of us grow up on this. And when you have kids back home, you would after 6 months you'll be boiling cornmeal porridge for them, and it's make them strong. So guys, this is 400 gram of cornmeal. It's a bit over that. And so I will add it to my container. And that amount of water, pint of water in my pan. And then I will put it on. And guys, the best way to make your porridge is you need to make sure your water is boiling up. If you don't, they'll be standing there for a long time trying to mix it, to let it come together, that you can leave it. And so when it starts to boil up and you add your mixtures to it, it does not take a long time to stand there stirring it. So I already weighed mine. And how I like to make my cornmeal porridge, I like to add a bit of flour to mine. And I've been taught this from Jamaica, and so I put a bit in, not too much, and then I will mix it into my cornmeal. So you make sure you combine your cornmeal into your flour, and you mix it in, so you do not get any lumps in it. So you make sure you mix it into your cornmeal. So then when you make it, you don't see the flour and no lumps in it. Yeah? Some people will make their porridge with milk, but that's how we've been taught. You use water, because then back home you couldn't afford milk to use it to boil. You can use milk to sweeten it at the end, and then I will show you guys. So what I'm gonna add into my water that I already on is something called cinnamon. And when I went to buy it the other day, it's a thing like a bark. I thought I would get the leaf, but they sold me the bark, which I was shocked, because I could remember we used to have a tree in our yard back home, and we used to climb it a lot. We used to take it for granted. And that time we did not know we could make money by just peeling the bark and store it and sell it. And this, I put it in my bottle. So that's the cinnamon bark, and that's what I get to buy. So I'll be adding some water to my mixture, cornmeal. You can use milk if you like. I'm using water. So you mix it out. Just like when you're making custard, for your pudding. We never know nothing about that in Jamaica. But since I came here, they have things, the pudding, so you make custard for it. Some people buy it, but I like to make, most of my things I like to make it myself. If I can make things, I don't spend money to that. So you mix out your cornmeal. I think I need to put a bit more water in that. So you mix it out. And I'm ready for it to hard when the water starts to boil. That's it, guys. It's smooth. Yeah. Smooth. I'm getting really hot. I hope you guys can see me, because sometimes if the camera not set too good, you can't see me. So I hope you can see me very well. And that's my flour. This is my container where I keep my cornmeal in. Make sure I can put it into the container. So my cinnamon stick is in. My cornmeal mixed and ready to go in when my water starts to boil up. And it's ready. And guys, to get a really smooth cornmeal porridge with no lumps in there, while you're pouring, you need to mix as you're pouring it in. So you use your left hand to hold that, and you use your right hand to mix it in while you're pouring it in, yes? And so you will not get any lumps in your porridge. Nothing worse than get a lumpy porridge or a lumpy custard or a lumpy gravy. It's not nice when they're lumpy. You don't have to go and sieve it off. You can't sieve off cornmeal porridge. So always make sure you mix while you're pouring it in, and it comes out smoothly. Yeah, no lumps. So that's ready to go in, guys. I'm gonna boil up. Nearly ready. So guys, I'll be taking some for my mom because she loves porridge, and I'm visiting her later. I like to use this spoon. Some big soil. It's nearly ready. I could put a bit of salt because, you know, I know a lot of people says, oh, we use too much salt. But, you know, when you put a bit of salt in things, it give it a bit of taste. So it's up to you individual guys who do not want that taste. But for us, we just like, and you know, they're going to say, oh, too much salt is going to kill you. We're going to die with something someday. But just don't want to put any scare in anybody. And so, my mixture is ready. So I hope you guys can see me. And it's just boiling up now, so I'm ready to pour it in. So my guys, see that's smooth, no lumps in there. I make sure I mix out my flour in there to combine my flour in there. So, and it's ready now to go in. Yes guys, so I will be pouring my mixtures in the boiling water, and you mix or you stir while you put it in your cornmeal mixture. Yeah? So you continue mixing it like that. And that way you do not get no lumps in there. Yeah? And this is very, very smooth. No lumps. Yeah? Very smooth, guys. No lumps in there. That's what you want your porridge to look like. If you just pour it in without mixing it, it's gonna start getting lumpy. And you don't want that. So, and it's getting thicker now. And how I do mine, when it gets thick, I add milk to it. You can use coronation milk. You can use normal, not the condensed, but normal milk that you buy the cow's milk. For me, I don't really use the cow's milk that you know, because it doesn't agree with me. So I mostly use soya milk. And this is very thick up now, guys. And that's what you want, that thickness, yes? No lumps in there. Yeah? And it gets really thick now. So what I do, I've just had some milk to this. The milk that I use soya milk. And that's what I can use to thin it down a bit. That's the consistency you need. No lumps. And so I put some milk in mine. And that's what I use to thin it down. Guys, that's what you want. Yeah. Yeah. And I leave that for maybe 15 minutes to cook, because I like my cornmeal to cook. And then you need to make sure your cornmeal is cooked. So I'll be leaving that there. Turn my fire down and let it do its thing, yes? So you have really that consistency you need. And guys, it's really a nice porridge. And things like this, you can get up in the morning, and if you have the other half, you can make him a nice bowl of porridge with some sliced bread or auto bread with a bit of butter in it, and then you can go out to work, and that keep him. You just need to drink water. So this, I'll be leaving that for maybe 15 minutes and let it do its thing, and then I'll come back and show you guys how, when I finish, what it looked like, and you can have a go at it. So I see you in a bit, guys.